not to fear, Mistress Payne, for there is a perfectly innocent explanation for what you saw.
Whoops.
The men in the boat were naught but thieves and smugglers.
Hello guys, and welcome back to some more ASTROLOGASTER.
Lancelot Moore is doubtless a fool, yet men of his class are destined to rule. They tell us 'tis but the order of things, as is the divine right of kings.
Alright, let's see what this is all
Mr.
about.
Moore. How may I do you service?
I have a mind to take up a profession and would have your counsel on it. For I must say, your advice thus far has been most excellent. Counselling me not to marry that sly succubus Emma Dyer did veritably save my life. Indeed, I have heard it rumoured that her husbands have a lamentable habit of dying, if you follow my meaning. In short, their deaths are most unnatural and not at all accidental. Do you understand what I'm telling you, Forman?
Aye, I do, Mr. Moore. Pray afford me a moment to recover from the excess of shock and surprise I do feel upon being told of the lady's true nature. Now, you say you wish to take up a profession. 'Tis a military career you're considering, I presume? You wish to distinguish yourself in battle?
Nay, 'tis a career in the church. I have a mind to take holy orders.
You wish to become a clergyman? Pray tell, how came you by this notion?
'Twas given me by the top dog himself, the Archbishop of Canterbury. He's a hunting chum of my father's. Aye, the Archbishop is a crackshot with a musket. You should see him at it, Forman. Give the man half an hour and a pouch of lead shot, and he'll turn your duck pond into duck soup. It seems the Archbishop has had his eye on me for quite some time.
Verily, indeed.
He says I show great promise, and that under his personal tutelage I should rise very rapidly. He even said he has a mind to make me Bishop of Salisbury.
Ah, yes, the much-coveted bishopric of Salisbury.
But before I make my final decision, Forman, I thought I'd better come to you first.
Aye, very wise of you. Then let us see what the stars foretell.
Don't know
Would
if
my
this is the
querent,
last one.
Lancelot Moore, enjoy success as a clergyman?
I mean, would he enjoy it? No. I'm gonna say yes with this one.
May
He wouldn't
I
enjoy it.
discourse frankly, sir, as someone who has guided you these many years past?
Yea, I suppose so.
Have you considered that your particular tastes and proclivities might be ill-suited to a life of service in the church?
My tastes and proclivities? Ha! If you only knew of the tastes and proclivities indulged at the Archbishop's Palace in Lambeth, I would tell you what they are, Forman. But what occurs at Lambeth Palace
Bides
bides.
at Lambeth Palace. Yes, I am well aware. But as for his offering you the bishopric of Salisbury, well, the stars do indicate that His Grace has promised the bishopric of Salisbury to every dean from here to the Isle of Man. He is unlikely to ever grant it to you.
Verily? He has? How very wrong of the Archbishop to make promises he does not keep.
Uh-oh.
You were very right to warn me of this, for I do not think I could bide the company of such a man for long. I thank you, Forman. You have served me well this day.
Uh-oh. That was its last one?
Here comes crafty Emma. What does she ask for now?
Oh, it's her.
Many times are we it is needless to say despite her sins, may she be saved for most of what God gave. Here comes crafty Emma. What does she ask for now?
I don't know.
God give you good day, madam.
Good day to you, sir, and well met.
And how fares your husband, Lady Dyer? I recall you were worried for his health.
Lord Dyer fell into the Thames and drowned while we were taking a turn along the towpath. Such a shame he had the habit of carrying his rock collection around in his doublet, or else he might not have sunk straight to the bottom of the river.
His rock collection, you say?
Aye, an unfortunate choice of hobby as it turned out, but there you are.
And, Lord Dyer's family, did they not find the circumstances of his death a trifle peculiar?
Aye, just a trifle. Methinks they would have been far less suspicious had he died of...
Well, I am
Whoops.
sorry to hear of your husband's passing, but,
Accidentally
madam,
clicked.
are you quite well? You do not seem yourself this day, if I may remark on it.
Dr. Forman, I am more myself than you have ever seen me, for during these past years I have been playing a role that has served me well, to be sure, but I am grown tired of it. Indeed, I am not proud of my dissembling. I'm not proud of some other things besides.
And doubtless you are come to unburden yourself by confessing your, what those things are.
What? Nay, of course not. As I was saying, whilst my dissimulations have afforded me wealth and status, such a life as I have lived has not fulfilled me. For though I have been married many times and known many men, I have always lacked one important thing.
A moral compass?
And that thing is love. In short, I have found love, Dr. Forman, and the object of my affection is not one of these privileged popinjays I've met at the royal court. Nay, 'tis a real man, a man who knows what it is to make his own way in the world.
Oh, you mean to say... You mean you and I?
Verily, upon seeing him play Tamara in Titus Andronicus at the Globe one even, I was, well, my heart was took.
I see. You are in love with a player then, I take it.
Aye, and I wish to marry him.
Of course you do.
First, I would know whether such a match be advisable. Is our love true, or is my considerable coin and property where his true affections lie? Such a deception would not surprise me in truth.
Well, nay, doubtless it would not. Let us see whether the stars can tell us.
Alright, let's see what the stars tell us then. Hides evil intentions, maternity is deluded with her hopes. Yeah, take this one.
I urge you not to marry this young player, madam. The love you think you share is false. The youth has used his fair charms to fool you.
I see. Then he is marrying me in the hope that I will die and he will inherit my estate.
Just so, I am afeard.
How disappointing. Although all the same, how verily intriguing. I must own that I cannot help but admire Humphrey all the more now.
The shock of ill news can oft occasion feelings of denial. Hence, let me be clear. This young man harbours devious...
Worry not, for you were very clear the first time. I thank you once again for your wise counsel, sir.
Oh my goodness.
Very well, Dr. Forman.
This is also the final one for her, huh? At 90. Ugh. Dang it. Wait, let me just see. 3 people left.
Sit down, recline upon this couch and take a little wine.
A little wine, huh?
Good day, Mr. Bell. I see here in my notes the last time you came 'twas for counsel regarding Mistress Burbage and her tender advances.
Aye, and the advice you gave me to cool her down and that worked her treat. Since I've been putting them herbs in her potage, she spends so much time in the privy, I hardly ever see her now.
That is... Well, I am glad my advice achieved the desired outcome and Mistress Burbage is no longer bothering you.
'Tis about another lady I'm come this day. 'Tis a member of the audience who comes to all my performances and brings me flowers and sweetmeats. A mature lady, a widow, innit?
Another one? On my word, you are most ill-fortuned, Mr. Bell. Verily, are no young players safe these days from being preyed upon by lecherous old ladies?
'Tis not all ladies, Dr. Forman. Not this one, anyways. Emma ain't like any of the other ladies I've met. In truth, Dr. Forman, we wish to be wed. I love her, innit?
Ah, then what is your trouble?
Well, I've heard tell of some vexing things. There are them that say she has a heart of stone and only marries to get her hands on a man's money, though I have none, and she bare rich. But she has been widowed many times, and there's even a rumour saying she's had a hand in her husband's deaths.
Oh, verily? How shocking.
I must own to being a trifle shook by it, and maybe a bit excited as well, but mainly shook, innit?
Doubtless you are.
Excited?
For 'tis
Oh,
most
yeah, the
frightening
own-
if there be any truth to these rumours. We must consult the stars and see whether it be wise for you to marry. Should Humphrey Bell wed this wealthy widow, and what will become of him if he does?
It's completely up to him. Amazing world have changed. The rumors about the lady are cruel. If you can expect a pleasant inheritance from the lady, and she's very rich in time, and if he keeps his faith, Humphrey will have children with this lady. Or a death will occur on the couple's honeymoon. A lady has a creative approach to marriage and cannot be trusted. Lady harbors hidden motives. Well, not against him, it seems. Sure, let's go with this one. He's gonna be rich.
Mr. Bell, it has been my privilege to guide you over the years, in matters of work and in life. Wisely, I hope, but certainly with the greatest sense of care for your well-being. Indeed, I have come to think of you as a father might think of a son. 'Tis a responsibility I have not taken lightly, and in loco parentis, as it were, I feel an obligation to...
Sir, begging your pardon, sir, but I'm going to stop you right there, because I need to know, innit? Should I marry Emma or not?
The stars bless the match between you and this widow, Mr. Bell. Forsooth, she is, let us be frank, wondrous wealthy. Marrying her will make you a rich man indeed, and with time and faith, you will have many children together.
I'd have to have a full lot of faith, though. My Emma is all of 6 and 40 years of age.
Emma, you say this lady's name is?
Dr. Forman, methinks your stars ain't working true this
What?
day.
What?
I'll best make this life-changing decision on my own, innit?
Exactly, you can make your own decision then, I guess. That's fine with me.
Mary oft takes her young niece to the cockfighting pits. She prefers a hanging, though she readily admits, viewed after drink.
Do I have any hopes with these people? I mean, only with John Whitgift, it seems. Otherwise, no.
Turnip wine until she's off her
La 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 la.
Good morrow, Mistress Payne. It has been quite some time since I last saw you. Did you ever hear from the Archbishop? I recall your husband was intending to write to him, expressing your concerns about the Continentals.
Aye, we did write, but he never replied. Not that I am surprised, mind you, as they do say that Archbishop Whitgift is a very idle man, not to speak of the unsavoury goings-on within the walls of Lambeth Palace. They say that in the great dining hall the Archbishop and his guests do feast and carouse from dusk till dawn, and 'tis said that in some of the palace rooms they indulge in fornication and sodomitical sins.
Verily, indeed. Then, doubtless that leaves him very little time to reply to every...
Truly, methinks being surrounded by such decadence and corruption of the flesh is likely to have made the Archbishop very hard. Aye, bearing witness to so much vice would make a man very hard indeed.
What?
Hard, Dr. Forman? Insensible to the needs and difficulties of ordinary folk such as you and I. Verily, I do not wonder that such a hard man gave me no satisfaction. Which is why I am come to you this day, Dr. Forman. Something did trouble me last night, and I would have you tell me what it might have been.
I will if I can, madam. Prithee, describe it to me.
Well, at first was the noise of a boat that did awaken me. I got up out of bed and went to the window to see what was. As you know, on 4th Street we are right by the banks of the Thames. In the moonlight, I could just make out a ferry crossing the river, loaded up with large barrels.
And you thought it suspicious?
Aye, indeed, for the hour was very late and the boat's lamp was not lit. I did not wake Mr. Payne to ask his opinion, for in truth, he has told me he wishes to hear no more about the things I see from our window. So, I am come to you, for I can have no rest until I know who those men were and what they were doing. Who knows what foul deeds may be afoot in Lambeth Town? Mayhap the men I saw were Catholic spies, engaging in some manner of nefarious plot against the realm.
Then let us see. What does God have to say regarding this boat you saw crossing the Thames last
God?
night?
Wait.
Was it
This
some kind of elaborate Catholic plot, or is there a more likely explanation?
Just go with the Catholic blood. Let's just egg her on. Let's do that. Is unhappy with the children. They are doubtlessly grown up and now neglecting her. Let's just go along with her. Sure, there you go. Whoops.
Be not afeard, Mistress Payne, for there is a perfectly innocent explanation for what you saw.
Whoops.
The men in the boat were naught but thieves and smugglers. Doubtless they were transporting contraband French wine or heady spirits.
Verily, Dr. Forman? If that is what the stars say, then doubtless 'tis true, though I know not why English folk go to such trouble to drink that continental wine made with those decadent foreign fruits. Mr. Payne and I drink naught but good British wine made from wholesome English turnips.
Oh, really? There's a second last one, was it?
Hear ye, hear ye! Catholic terror plot to blow up Parliament foiled! Gunpowder barrels discovered in cellar! Hear ye!
Oh no, the southern parts of the Westminster barrels of gunpowder got in the cellar on the House of Parliament last night. Also indicated this was the gunpowder plot of the Catholic conspiracy led by Robert. Oh boy.
'Tis well to jest at Mary Payne, 'tis well to sneer and mock, until her views become the norm, then 'twill be quite a shock. But for now let's laugh at her and how her niece laughs.
La 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 la.
Good day, Mistress Payne. You seem in good cheer.
That I am, Dr. Forman. This day I am taking my niece on a lovely outing to see the cockfighting in Vauxhall.
Ah, there is a cockpit in Vauxhall now, is there?
Aye, and a very fine one. And I did think we need a nice day out to turn our minds away from that terrible affair of the Catholics plotting to blow up the Houses of Parliament. And my niece does so love the cocks.
Oh, she sure loves cocks, Sam.
Doubtless, madam. And the gunpowder plot was indeed a terrible business.
They say it was the doings of a group of young Catholic nobles from the Midlands, do they not? And that the gunpowder was ferried across the Thames at Lambeth under cover of darkness. Doubtless, 'twas the very same boat I did tell you about, Dr. Forman. It was most ill of you to tell me what I saw was merely smugglers transporting foreign wine.
Aye, mayhap I was in error there. But this day I am less concerned with the state of the nation and more concerned for your health, madam. For I do remark that your eyes are most red and irritated in appearance. And you seem troubled with a hacking cough. For how long have you had these troubles?
Only these past few days, and as well as my eyes and my cough, I do also find it a trifle vexing to breathe.
Then let us now consult the stars. What ails Mistress Mary Payne?
Let's give her a false thingy. Let's tell her that she's dying. No. Let's give it a permanent. Blood. Yes, this one.
The cough is doubtless occasioned by a mere cold in the head. What concerns me more is your bloodshot eyes, for I warrant they have begun to develop cataracts. I will have my manservant fetch 2 head lice, then apply a louse to each of your eyes. Once the lice have eaten away the cataracts, your eyes will begin to heal.
Lice are to feed upon my
Yeah.
eyes. Looks a
Great.
mercy. Well, if you say so, Dr. Forman, though in truth
Oh.
I...
What is that acrid odour? Methinks it does emanate from your clothing. Madam, have you been taking part in the anti-Catholic pogroms that Lambeth has witnessed these past days? The burning of houses and shops, the lynching of priests from trees upon Lambeth Green.
Mayhap I have, and what of it? You should be congratulating me and my ilk for keeping you safe, and for sending a clear message to those Catholics who would plot against our Parliament and blow us up with gunpowder.
Madam, these Catholics are our neighbours, our colleagues, and our friends. I beseech you to consider your actions, madam. Are not Catholics people too, just as we are? If you prick them, do they not bleed?
Aye, and their flesh does burn the same and all.
Oh my
I fear I
goodness.
do not follow your reasoning, Dr. Forman.
Are they not subject to the same diseases, healed by the same cures as we are? And if not cured, then, alas, taken so soon, so needlessly. I did never have the chance to... Oh, my sweet Avis, can you ever forgive me?
Is something the matter with you, Dr. Forman? On my honour, you do seem most troubled. Mayhap you should be going to consult with a doctor yourself. God keep you well, Dr. Forman. Blessed day.
Hope she dies.
Hear ye! Hear ye! London struck by plague. Playhouses closed by order of the king. Hear ye!
Be advised that if you are experiencing any of the following plague symptoms, fever, abdominal pain, lumps on your groin, nasal foul, send to local authorities, seem carpenters are dispatched to your place of residence or out of your window that you may be remotely infecting others. This is your dead loved ones are ready to be deposited in the plague card when it passes each evening. Corpses deposited in the street outside of collection hours will incur fine for shelling.
Save us, Almighty Lord. Save us from the wrath of God. Upon us he hath wrought his vengeance, just pestilence, and death, with God, forsooth. Is that not your job?
B.
God give you good day, your grace. How fare you this...
Know you whether the plague will reach as far as Lambeth? Have you seen it in the stars?
Ah, the plague that has begun to spread throughout London. Rest assured, your grace, if the plague does indeed reach Lambeth, the people of Lambeth will have me, Dr. Simon Forman, at their service. My renowned strong water cure will doubtless be required.
I bid you, read the stars for me now. Will or will it not reach Lambeth?
Of course, as it pleases your grace. Let us see what the stars have to say. Will the London plague reach beyond the city walls to Lambeth?
That's only a yes, right? Most of the plague reaching Lambeth are not credible. Death in the plague and God's punishment for our sins. The Archbishop has nothing to fear from the plague. He has but to exercise patience and the threat will pass. Still to stay in Lambeth to help fight the plague.
Ah, yes. The stars are most clear on the matter. Very clear indeed.
Then what do they say? Tell me!
Well, before I give you my answer, I would have your decision on granting me that medical license we spoke of on your previous visits. I am sorry, your grace, but I must insist upon it.
I would gladly do so, but I find my hands tied due to various episcopal and doctrinal... As I see you are determined not to let the matter rest, I will speak true. Some years ago, the Queen's physician, Dr. Richard Smith, did write me a letter on behalf of the College of Physicians. He warned me in the strongest terms against granting you a medical license. So you see, I cannot grant you a license without raising the ire of the College of Physicians.
But...
Now, Dr. Forman, doubtless you are thinking that a man of my position, one of the most powerful men in England, should not be so easily put off by such a letter. However, and methinks you know this from your own experience, the college is a terrifying organization that will stop at nothing to get their way. One would be better off defying the Queen herself than the licensed doctors of London. For whilst our Lord God in heaven may be merciful, The College of Physicians is not.
Aye, verily, I must own that what you say is very true.
But mayhap I will furnish you with a letter of recommendation to the University of Cambridge. They may confer upon you a medical degree, and thereby a medical license.
I thank you, Your Grace.
Now, prithee, answer my question.
Your Grace, I am sorry to inform you that Lambeth will not escape the plague this time. It will reach Lambeth before the week is out.
God's mercy! Are you sure of this?
Aye, it seems this plague is God's punishment upon us, though 'tis not clear in the stars what the punishment is for. Debauchery, mayhap? Insufficient burning of heretics? 'Tis hard to know. No doubt such questions as these will occupy your thoughts in the coming hours and days, though doubtless your priority lies with preparing your clergy and their congregations for the trials to come.
Yes, indeed. I must start preparing the household now if we are to remove to Sussex before the plague reaches us.
But surely you're not leaving Lambeth, Your Grace. Not in its hour of need.
Worry not, Dr. Forman. I will, of course, have my vicars remain, so they may give last rites to their parishioners.
Before you go, Your Grace, I believe you were intending to write me a letter of recommendation.
Well, indeed, I will reflect on the quality
Wow.
of advice you have given me over the years, and if I judge that you have acted with some skill, then I will have my chaplain draft you a letter of recommendation and have it sent to you. Good day, Dr. Forman.
Oh, god damn it.
Though he is not quite a proper doctor yet, one day a license he will surely get. But if he rises up too high from whence he began, will become and folk still see Forman as a man.
Let's see.
You cannot board up my house! 'Tis not a plague house! You are mistaken! I do not have the plague! Let me out of here! Know you not who I am, you fools? I am Simon Forman, Doctor of Astrology and Physic! Fie upon those ungrateful wretches! Have I not always been there for them when they needed me? Am I not the doctor who risked his life to cure them during the plague of '92, when all the other doctors and their high-born friends fled London and left them to die? Indeed, mayhap next time I will think again before risking my life in the service of the townsfolk, if this is the way I'm to be repaid. And forsooth, if my deeds are so easily forgotten by the living, what chance is there for my work to be remembered by generations to come? What will the world know of me once I'm gone?
I don't know. Speaks quiet, violence, exaggerated, gentle, hidden motives. Be a long time before my. Yeah, this one.
Ah, I see. Many years will pass before my work is to be given the recognition it deserves. Men living centuries from now, mayhap even ladies, will study my treatises and casebooks with great care and write histories about my work. But hold, does not Mr. Shakespeare tell the lives of great men upon the stage? Perchance playwrights will use the wondrous stage machinery of the future to illuminate my work. Mayhap the story of my life will be told by players. For though I may yet lack a medical license, the historical importance of my work is, well, 'tis undeniable. But if I am to go forth into the world to make any further contributions to the advancement of medical science, I must find a way to pry these wretched boards off my front door. William! William! Fetch me a crowbar!
A crowbar. Close. Alright, so I didn't get a medical license, it seems.
Long ago in England in 1592, there begins our tale, and all of it is true. Through all of London, bubonic plague did spread, covering folk in weeping sores and leaving thousands dead.
From towns and cities, doctors they did flee, leaving their patients to die in misery.
But one brave doctor coward fled. Might have been because he was too sick to leave his bed.
Forman made a plague cure and used it on himself, then left his house to restore London's true health.
Huzzah! 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 Huzzah!
Simon Forman, he cured us of the plague, 'tis true.
Some details are a little vague, but we know he used astrology and knows his own strong water. So what if he be not a proper licensed doctor?
But then the doctor started to come back and saw themselves replaced by a man they call a quack. They said
This man has no medical degree. Indeed, he hates his patients with bad astrology. So Forman vowed
to get his license and make the doubters see that he was now the best doctor in the city.
I will pay no heed, he
He
said,
said,
to those who scoff and laugh.
"Scoff and laugh."
For my satisfied patients will speak on my behalf. Simon Forman,
He cured us of the plague, 'tis true.
some details are a little vague, but we know he used astrology and knows his own strong water. So what if he be not a proper licensed doctor? Though he is not quite a proper doctor yet, one day a license he will surely get. But if he rises up to high from whence he began, will be common folk still see Forman as a man. Simon Forman,
He cured us of the plague, 'tis true.
some details are a little vague, but we know he used astrology and knows his own strong water. So what if he be not a proper licensed doctor?
Alright, it is pretty good music. Alright, so my thoughts on the game are very simple. It is not good by any means, but it's very, very cool because every single choice you make actually affects another choice you have to make in the future. So that is cool. And I would love to see, I'm not gonna play through all this again because like, my biggest problem is that,
Long ago in England in 50.
let me just click. But my main problem is that you can't save. And I don't like that. Make me able to save, please. But yeah, that was this game. There was ASTROLOGASTER. If I have to rate, I would give it a 5 out of 10 or maybe a 4. The stories themselves were interesting. I liked the characters. I liked the music. Like I said, my main issue is that I couldn't save, so I had to play through everything all at once. And it's a 6-hour game. So I had to play for 6 hours before I completed it in a row. So that was a nightmare, but otherwise good. Not bad, but not too much gameplay. It's all about making choices. So if you're into that, then sure, give this one a go. Otherwise, I wouldn't suggest this if you're into like shooting people or just some cool gameplay. Story-based stuff, this is very interesting. You can totally make different decisions and have different people sign. But then it's all about signing stuff, so it doesn't make too much of a difference what choices you make. But they make you think that it does. That's cool. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this playthrough. If you did, consider checking out another one of my playthroughs. If you you can also like and subscribe to show that you enjoyed, and you know, so you can check out my channel to see if there's something else you like. Otherwise, I hope to see another one, and you beautiful people stay awesome.